right, here comes another one. This is very, very weird, but they're not car-sized. They're just weird. See, I feel like you can get a better judge of the size of it. The media said they're car-sized. They're not. They're just weird. They're going over and over. There's tons of them. And they're just going over the same areas again and again. It definitely looks like mapping. But no, it's definitely not car-sized. They're so weird looking though. They're much bigger than normal drones, I will say that. Like the kind that I have is a Maverick. Oh, here's another one. They're big enough that they're making, like they make like airplane sounds, not like drones sounds. They make gliding sounds. Oh, it's so bizarre. I get why everyone's freaking out now. They're definitely not car-sized. That is some odd media spin. Like maybe they're like bike-sized, but I think they're even smaller than that, like tricycle-sized. But yeah, this is really odd that no one knows why they're doing this. If they're being this egregious about it, just flying over the same areas over and over and over again. It probably is something just like the government is mapping New Jersey. Just to have it, something super innocuous, but I think it's kind of spooky.
Yes, weeks of mysterious drone sighting across New Jersey are prompting heightened security concern and mounting frustrations from resident military personnel and federal, state, and local officials. While the state governor says there is no threat to public safety, other state officials and local mayors are alarmed. I'm legitimately concerned for what the hell is going on because nobody knows. State Assemblyman Brian told CNN. We saw Mayorkas coming out to say there is nothing like people should not be afraid. People are now questioning him like you lied throughout the years about the border. The border was not open. How can we believe you now? That is what I've seen on social media. It is important.
Couple questions about drones. There have been repeated drone sightings in the Northeast, especially in New Jersey. These are not small drones, some of them pretty large. They're flying at low altitudes, they're flying in flocks. Has the president been briefed on this situation?
So we are certainly aware, the president is aware. So we're closely tracking the activity and coordinating closely with relevant agency, including DHS and FBI, to continue to investigate these incidents. Don't have anything beyond that to share. Obviously, this is something that DHS and FBI are tracking very closely, and so I would have to refer you to them directly, but aware. Keeping an eye out and looking into the incidents that you just mentioned.
Still though, but has the federal government ruled out that these are controlled by foreign entities?
Yeah.
And do you know if they're conducting surveillance over these areas?
I cannot make any kind of predictions or comments about that specifically from here. This is something that DHS is looking at and FBI, so I would have to refer you to them. I don't have anything beyond that. We're tracking this very closely. Obviously, we're all aware of the incidents that have been reported. I'm not going to go into what they could be or could not be from here. That is something that obviously is being looked at as those respective agencies that I mentioned.
When was the president briefed on this?
I don't have a timeline, but he certainly has been made aware of this.
Yes, I believe you've seen their response. She always ends by sending you back. I will refer you to the FBI. She will never respond to the question like a press secretary. When I saw this video, I didn't want to even put it here, but it is important. You see what they are saying. Now going back into Rose. She urged people to stop referring to flying objects in the New Jersey sky as drones, insisting they are UFO and that aliens have arrived. I have seen people with different conspiracies partaking through this, and I can't keep up with that. I just want to put this video so you can see the mindset this lady is having.
That's just a plane, not a drone. Now, can we stop calling them drones? They're obviously UFOs, people. Come on. It's all over the world now. It's not just in a little thing in New Jersey. Just saw one from China today. It's all over the world. What do you think? That some country, Iran, has the capacity and the capability to monitor and fly these drones all over the world at the same time, doing the maneuvers that they're doing? I mean, not trying to scare everybody, but they're here. They're here. And the powers that be don't want to acknowledge that because that leaves them with a higher authority. Nobody's going to care about Trump or Putin or all of the strong men in the world who are dictators and cruel and evil. No, they're not going to have the power that they had if this is true. The aliens are here, and they're obviously superior to us in many, many ways. Let's hope they don't want to just, blow us up. Let's hope. And I wonder why I'm not sleeping, right? But I think it's ridiculously head in the sand to think these are drones that are from another country that just happen to be all over the world at the same time. It makes no sense, people. It makes no sense. You can't be afraid to look at the truth. That's what I say. You got to face it head on, right? And what's the truth here? There are so many in the skies above our planet, and the government is not having daily press conferences to tell us what the is going on. Question that a lot. I question that a lot.
Since after the election, this lady is not okay. She is suffering from severe TDS. It has reached a level that she's not even seeing clearly. What I've observed with her over time, it is important. Like, I should not even be seeing videos coming from this lady. Look at what she's saying here. We should not even think they are not drones. That is what she's saying. The videos I've seen, pictures, I've seen. I should not believe that. She knows the answers to all what we have been saying or suggesting.
The massive invasion of drones observed and recorded by so many of our citizens, including and especially law enforcement and military personnel, many who are here. Is it unusual? Is he kidding? How does Secretary Mayorkas, who infamously told us for years that our southern border was secure and closed when we know it's not, and now insult our intelligence that we haven't seen anything unusual? This is usual? I don't think so. And how can he and others, like National Security Spokesman Admiral John Kirby, say we know there's no threat? How do they know that? What aren't they revealing, or are they just saying it?
One of their officers called 911 after seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean.
50?
50. That was my reaction also.
The mystery widens. Today, people in the New York metro area are reporting a growing number of drone sightings in their communities following a wave of mysterious drone appearances in the skies over New Jersey. This is sparking significant concern among residents and local and state leaders. The White House and the FBI says there is no evidence that the drones pose a national security threat or have a foreign connection.
State of New Jersey. This started on 11/18, which I remember because that's my birthday.
Go!
So what's going on?
From offshore.
The best information that we have available to us to this point suggests that these drones are coming from offshore, that when we try to make contact with them, they become evasive and elusive. From my perspective, if they are American assets, if they're American military, if they're American drones, and I think we owe the American people answers or explanations, but if they're not American made, if they're not American drones.
Thank you guys for always being there, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. For the short clip, please don't mind. You will see some short clips behind my videos. I can't explain reasons here. If you understand the algorithm, how it works, You might be able to attribute why I do that frequently.
You know, I've been thinking, we know next year is going to be challenging. We're about to endure a lot of gaslighting, greed, lying, ignorance,
I had a conversation with the Deputy Secretary of Defense.
Multiple times.
Just, went like, how dare you? Do you even know what an audit is? And I'm like,
women and so many men are
theory that a lot of people seem to be coalescing around.
They were too woke, insisting that people use the term Latinx.
You have to say they. No, you have to do this.
Stop with the virtue signaling.
Step away from woke. Focus less on who is woke and more on who is broke.
I'd never seen that.
I saw so many liberals getting super excited every time Kamala had a new celebrity endorsement. But we all know for a fact that these celebrity endorsements are not free.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Now it's time to unite everybody.
I want you to know what would change after doing this.
Comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that.
So, with that, I'm going to shake it off.
Figure out a way to say thank you.
That guy's name, he's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway,
Hey there. Not doing great.
terrible night last night. It was a terrible night.
What will the rest of us be doing on day one?
Bishop Vigano, he says that
the election.
Elon Musk.